Hi all, welcome back. If you're joining us from another video, if you're joining us for the first time, hello. Well, I have a really kind of mishmash of dolls from the marketplace. I didn't really find any boys, you know, quotation marks, boys toys over the last few weeks, but we certainly had a good run on the dolls for cheap. Now, I'm going to go through them, and there's quite a few customs in there, which is why they were so cheap. But my daughter is getting into customizing, and there are a few characters she wants me to customize for her, so let's get into it and see. So first off, I'm going to start off with one that we're not going to custom. This doll here was $1. She is a Bratz. She has on this really cute velvety feel top with little diamonds around the necklace, and it says spoiled rotten. So that really appealed to Astra. She thinks it's quite funny. This tiny little leather skirt, which is teeny tiny. I keep wanting to pull it down. And she has these beautiful black, so she comes with her, a lot of Bratz dolls I find secondhand don't come with their feet, so she's come with the feet, these black sandals. Her outfit is absolutely gorgeous. Now, we don't tend to be Bratz collectors, we have quite a few, but we don't actively go for them. But this one, I think, really appealed to Astra. She also has a really pretty face. So she's got light pink sparkly eyeshadow, long beautiful black lashes. She's got a beauty spot on the side here, and then she has this pink glittery makeup, and she's well looked after. Her hair's been layered, but that's part of the doll rather than it being cut. Yeah, she's just a really nice doll. Now when I say, so she was $1, which is about 68 cents American now, so 68 cents American for this gorgeous Bratz doll. So she's the first thing we found. Most of these were Astra's purchases. Okay, so next up for $1, we got this ballerina Barbie. She has a molded on chest piece. Her hair was up in an elastic band, but because obviously it was so old, it just snapped the first time we played with her hair and tried to brush it. She has arms that are non-bendable. They're in a ballerina pose, so you can do a little thing like that. Then going down to her legs, she has stockings printed on her legs and Barbie ballerina shoes. So we'll have a look at her up close. So she has a nice look to her, a lovely smile, pink makeup. Her hair is a little fringe over to the side, and as I said, her hair was up in a ponytail. Her hands, I love her hands. Her hands are really nice with that little finger up there. I'm not into painted on body pieces, but a lot of dolls do that nowadays. So she's got a little chain, kind of like, looks like a pink pearl necklace that goes down into this crystal-y like bodice here in various shades of pink. She's got a elastic tutu, which also gives the effect of like undies underneath, and it's sparkly under here. That's weird. It's all sparkly on the printed bit. So down to her feet, she again has that crystalline effect on her shoes and little laces, laces going up around her knees. So she's a very cute Barbie. And so Astra is completely into Barbie at the moment, and she's got a real thing for spotting Barbies at the markets. And out of the box of Barbies, this one, she picked this one. She loved this one. So we'll keep with the Barbie theme on to the next one. So here's the next Barbie she found. She's got pink to light brown hair. She has a very standard Barbie face, a nice smile to it. I like her clothes a lot. Be Yourself, which is a one piece held with elastic at the back, right down into this roughly glittery hot pink skirt with a little bag that has a little heart done in stones on it. So let's have a look up close at her facial features. Here she is. So a very standard Barbie face for me. I think her hair must have been pulled back in a ponytail at one point, because it seems to, the gel seems to be indicating that. Again, I like fingers that are sprayed on hands, quite cute. Same on this side, if it ever wants to get in focus. Down to her little plastic bag here. and the hot pink skirt I was talking about, which is really, really cute. Then we have non-bendable legs. So this is very basic articulation on these dolls, just head, shoulders, hips, and that's it. Down to there. She didn't come with any shoes, but something to always look out for with your dolls is chew marks. There can be, you know, sometimes there can be dents and it's not too much to worry about for the sake of a second-hand doll, but as long as it doesn't look like the dog's chewed it to pieces. So that was her second find in the Barbies. The last Barbie she found that she went absolutely gaga about was a made-to-move Barbie, I think they call these ones, with basically have a lot of articulation like the Monster High dolls. She has a beautiful face. I love, love, love her face. I love the smile. She has a thin waistline. And she has better articulation than the other dolls in that she can move her wrist, she can move her elbow, she can move her shoulder, she can move her head, she can move at her hips here, she can move her knee. And the problem with these dolls is quite often you get burrs along because they're made to move, but she does not have ankle movement. Let's have a look up close. So she has a really pretty face. I like her face. It's happy, it's charming, it's very natural to me. Even though she's got pink lipstick on, her face is very natural to me, and I quite like that in a doll. Her hair is very short, and again, it seems to suggest that it was once in a ponytail. The rest of her, she's basically a new doll. Oh my goodness, let's keep her modesty there. So the next piece I'm going to bring up, we got these little ponies and this Shopkin for 50 cents. I'll show you the Shopkin first. Now I believe this is from one of the play sets from memory. It's either, I think it's either the ice cream truck or, oh my goodness, this is going to annoy me. The ice cream truck, or it's not one of the fridges, I don't think. Or one of the malls or something like that. But it was cute, and for 50 cents she just wanted to spend her money getting her dolls an ice cream that's got ice. Shopkins. So then we have My Little Ponies, which come in the blind bags. There's been very many sets of My Little Ponies. Just really cute, and for 50 cents it doesn't really matter, which would be about, I don't know, it'd be in the 10 to 20 cent range, I'm guessing, American. Actually, probably more the 20 cent range. And last of all, this little green cutie with diamonds on her rump. So a lot of these, you know, you paid about $5 to $6 brand new a bag, and they're all coming through the markets now, and they're getting right cheap. Now this is probably my second favorite find from the markets. These worked out at I got all three for $1 each, so 68 cents American each. Absolutely gorgeous. Official Disney princess figures, and they look like they've just been sitting on a shelf, never played with. I don't think these are the Schleek or the Schleek-like figurines that are out at the moment, but they are definitely, they're quite weighty and they are well detailed and beautiful. So Astrid chose these for her shelf. We have Aurora, and then Cinderella, she has a list of favorites. Her first favorite is Rapunzel, her second favorite is Ariel, and her third favorite princess is Cinderella. Doo doo. So that was very, very cute. And like I said, these look like someone paid a lot of money for them and then they sat on a shelf doing nothing. So we got Cinderella and Ariel that she's really, really excited about. She wishes she could turn Aurora into Rapunzel, but Aurora's cute anyways. Ariel's just beautiful. Look at that dress. And they have lovely, lovely detailing. So not entirely sure where these came from, but hey, for $1 each, I wasn't going to complain. Okay, so next we're going to look at the My Little Ponies. I'm going to start with this little cutie I got for $1. it's one of the butterfly ponies, the vintage butterfly ponies, and more so than that, if you know My Little Ponies, the vintage ones especially, the butterfly ones, a lot of the times they come with one of the wings broken off or snapped off or both completely missing. So I was so happy to find one for $1 at the market. She's lovely. All she needs is a bit of a hairbrush and she's going to be in awesome condition. The next pony needs a bit of love and care. Someone's given a haircut. I don't know why parents let children near their ponies with Sharpie pens and scissors. My kids were taught from a very young age, these cost money, you respect them. If you don't respect your toys, you don't get them. So it really hurts me when I see things like this. Now this one here was only, I think she was 50 cents, and it's probably because of this. So I'm going to do some restoration work to her and take off her mane and her tail in time and reroot her basically, because I love this gemstone in this cutie mark. It's just such a shame. Please don't do it, kids. Okay, so last in the ponies we have a little cutie, or should I say a big cutie, a Generation 4 Princess Celestia. This is one of the larger pony display dolls. It looks like, again, same lady I brought these princesses from. It looks like it's never been played with. It's even got the curl still in its tail. Looks like it's just sat on a shelf. The hair can do with a bit of a brush, but it's actually not that bad. Doesn't look like there's too many knots in there. It's still got her crown on. These originally came out in New Zealand at 25, I believe it was, 25 to buy. I got her in brand new condition, apart from the hair. And pretty much brand new condition for $4 New Zealand. So we're looking at about $2.80 US for her. I consider that an awesome buy, and we were so excited to get her, and that she was actually one that was missing from our collection. Okay, so the next dollar we're going to look at, she's missing her clothes, but I got her for $3 New Zealand, and I'm so happy. It was so cheap for a beautiful Elsa doll. I'm assuming this is Elsa and not Cinderella. I'm not entirely sure, but it is a Disney toddler doll. I don't think no, it just has copyright Disney on the back, and she is blonde. She could be an Aurora for all I know. Thinking of all the the blonde princesses. So I'm really happy to find her. I'm going to fix her up. There is slight discoloration on one leg, which you can see here, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to make her a dress, and you won't ever see that leg anyways. Yay! So again, another doll. As I said, we got so many dolls this week. Alright, I'm going to go on to the vintage troll dolls next, which is for me. So these were purchased for me, and so these were purchased off a New Zealand trading site called trademe.co.nz, which is like New Zealand's own little eBay. These are for me, not for my children. I love Russ troll dolls. I have a very, very small collection. I don't mind. I paid $10 New Zealand each, which is about $6.80, $6.80-ish American. But I loved, they had vintage clothing. They were in fairly good nick. This one is probably the best out of the three, sorry. The next one's the best, and the last one I'll show, I had to do some hair fixing on it. But they, for me, this was well worth the purchase, as they are kind of a walk down memory lane for me, and I love them. So here's a facial shot of my little bedtime troll. So cute. There isn't any stains on his clothing, and look at that little hat. Even the pom-pom's clean, which is really rare. Awesome. So the little dude I have up now, their clothing is in the wash. The dress had some slight stains on it, which I'm really fussy with my dolls. If I see something that needs to be washed, I have to take care of it. So it is currently undergoing treatment. He's got his little knickers on, or she's got her little knickers on, whichever you prefer. This body was okay condition. The feet have been rubbed up against something here, so it's got some piling. But other than that, for $10 New Zealand, I should say, it was really good buy for me. Another trip down memory lane. So the last troll I brought was this one. This one has a lot of issues with it. The hair is not nice and fluffy and needed a lot of re-gluing, which has made it hard around the skull, so I'm not too happy about that. But I'm going to slowly over time wear that glue down and hopefully be able to fix it. I love the clothing. It's got a separate shirt and a separate overalls, both hold by Velcro at the back. The arms and the feet have seen some wear and tear. You can see like on this little hand there's a spot. I'm really fussy. I'm extremely fussy. There's a tiny little dot on this finger here and it really irks me. So I'm going to work with him a little. He's adorable, and I hate seeing dolls just basically that they're going to be sold or thrown out, you know, and I can't stand the thought of throwing out some Russ trolls. So this one was for me to work on a little bit of a project. And speaking of projects, so on to the last purchase of the week. This pile at the back here was all 50 cents each. These are all Monster High dolls who are missing pieces or have the wrong pieces. But saying that, it is very hard to find Monster High replacement pieces, and even more so, these dolls were basically just going to go in the trash unless they were brought, and some of them are going to be used. So the first one I've brought up is a Skeletor. We have most of these dolls, so we have Skeletor obviously, and she has the wrong hand. You can see she's got a grey hand on her. So she was 50 cents for the whole doll. However, she is going to be a custom project. My daughter loves Sans from Undertale. We're going to strip her of her hair, mold in the holes, and turn her into a Sans. And for 50 cents, rather better than the rubbish, you know, sort of thing. So the next doll we got, we have an Abby who has had a severe knock to her hair. She's missing an arm. Her face, however, is really good quality. There's no marks, and she seems to have acquired one of the wolf children hands and arms. So these sort of pieces I'm going to take off, and they're actually going to be put in a pieces box should we have any of our Monster Highs break. And I know that the pieces are actually, you could buy the pieces on eBay, and I've seen like the legs go for anything from like $5 to replace pieces on them. So this was really good. So she's got a really nice head, her sparkly body right down. Good for customization, good for pieces. Okay, so the next piece I brought for 50 cents was this Deuce head. We do not have this Deuce doll. We have the really suave, fresh looking Deuce from Boo York. So we are not going to touch him, and we're going to hope that we can find a cheap Monster High male Deuce body to stick him on, because he is super cute. Deuce is gorgeous. Love Deuce. Here is the next one for 50 cents. I'm going to stop saying that for 50 cents because I've said that at the start. They're all 50 cents each. So here is a Rochelle Ghoul. She has her earring in at the side. The hair's a bit matted, etc. An earring in this side. Lovely face. She is all complete apart from she is missing an arm on this side and her wings at the back. So she actually is quite loose. You can see that gravity, she does not like gravity right now. Her legs just give up. She is most likely going to be a custom. Next we have a complete Claudine, but her hair, why do they give these dolls, I want to say to the parent, why? But she has got a complete body, so that's awesome. All she needs is to be rerouted, which is good because I'm actually really good at rerouting. I just hate the amount of time it takes. But we also have it was a prototype, I think it was, or a test head, which we brought for a howling wolf, which has awesome pink hair. So we may actually be transferring that howling head onto this body, and it will be amazing because the I'm actually going to call it the test head. The test head we brought is really cool looking. So here we have one which I think is a Creator Monster. Yeah, it's a Creator Monster. We never got the mummy set. And she's looking a little worse for wear. Her leg is missing, part of her leg's missing, here, arm missing. And she has a really cute head, actually. I really like this face. It's very Egyptian style. I'm actually going to bring that up. So she has an Egyptian style head, so I'm actually thinking we're going to put her in the Creator Monster box, because quite often I see Creator Monsters with little bits missing. We may be able to add to her. So she's a keeper. I'm going to put the keepers, the ones that we're going to keep, the same at the back. Deuce's head. Alright, so again, another very loose one who's seen better days. So Venus McFlytrap, you can see her joints have given up in her hips here. She has her legs and her head and her upper arms. What she's missing is her lower arms. So she is definitely going to be a custom because her hair is just all over the place, and I don't think no amount. It's almost gone to dread stage. It's just going to have to be ripped out. Sorry, but she will be a great custom doll. Okay, so the next doll is a Creator Monster, so we're going to keep her in our Creator Monster box. She has the headpiece, she has the body with the legs, but she is missing one arm and one lower piece. So we're actually going to keep her and put her in the Creator Monster little box we have, and hopefully be able to pick up other pieces for her. So the next one is the Creator Monster, the Vampire Pack. We already have a Creator Monster Vampire Pack, so her head is going to be recustomized and her body is going to be dissected into pieces for the other customs. Oh no! But it'll be a lot of fun. I'm not too sure who she is. I believe she's a Creator Monster because they all seem to have this rectangle peg in their hair for the wigs. She looks to me as if she's some sort of dragon or gorgon or something like that. I'm not too certain. So she is going to go in the Creator Monster since she is new to us, and hopefully we can find other pieces for her. We got one of the Creator Monster wigs. We already have this piece, but it always pays. There's no harm in having another one. So that's going to be a keeper. And last of all, we got Draculaura for 50 cents. She's missing one arm. My daughter has about 6 different Draculauras, 7 including the giant one. She is going to be a custom for us. We'll use one of the lower arms from another piece and we'll make her into something new and have fun while doing it. Just remove that bracelet. Alright, so that was our finds for the last few weeks from the markets. The purpose of these videos being that you can find really good toys that have hardly been played with for so little kids, and you can add to your collections for so cheap. A lot of the time, secondhand toys aren't grubby toys. You've just got to know what to look for and you have to be patient. Or on the other side, you can find cheap, needing a bit of love toys that you can have fun customizing and making your own or restoring. If you love Marketplace hauls, give this a thumbs up. If you love toys in general, please subscribe. We love to open toys here and we love to share. Thanks very much for watching.